I'm sure you've all guessed. This flag is here, right in front of you. But I entrusted it to me. Elizabeth and her husband wanted to give the flag a new lease of life, a new significance. Instead of being kept in a cupboard and flown only once a year on the 14th of July, which is our national day, which you call in this country Bastille Day. I thought it would be moving and symbolic to fly this flag on this momentous occasion for Mr. Holloway today, who in 1944 helped pave the way for the final victory in 1945, thus enabling Mademoiselle Jeanne to rejoice at the return of peace and freedom in Europe, and her memory will live on. And ever since I've been given this flag, I've been using it to every single Légion d'honneur presentation that I've made, be it a single one, as in today's case, or a multiple ones, in Truro, in Chivenna, in Torquay, in Plymouth, over the past 2 years. So this is linking, the veteran story with also the story of those people who were inside France, also paving the way for the landings, helping the resistance, which helped, of course, the landings to develop and being the success that we know. Thank you.
Thank you. So, thank you, Anna, for this very moving story, of this very moving flag, a story which I didn't know, I must say. But it is also a great privilege today to be gathered with your family and friends to honor you, Mr. Victor Holloway, World War II veteran, along with your family, your grandchildren, and all those who have joined you to express their support and their admiration. Today we pay tribute to you. Your contribution took place during a very difficult time in both French and European history, as was just recorded. We are celebrating your courage this afternoon, and France remembers all of the veterans from the Royal Navy, the Army, the Royal Air Force, who helped it to recover its liberty, its pride, and its honor. We honor those who, like you, have landed on D-Day or D2 Day on French shores, jumping into the water under a torrent of gunfire. I think we have to remember that. Braving the bullets and shells, advancing to defend a noble cause, ready to risk their lives for our freedom. And I would just like to quote what Churchill said, that everyone knows: never in the history of mankind have so many owed to so much to so few. The so few will remain forever in our hearts. Our two nations, Britain and France, have a long-standing friendship bound in blood in the battlefields of World War I, on the beaches of Normandy, and to the final victory of World War II. Our two countries have stood shoulder to shoulder to defend and to promote the values of freedom and democracy. Mr. Victor Holloway, You are a true hero, and we will like all your companions of arms, our heroes forever, you and your companion of arms. We, French, we never forget what you did to restore our freedom. And today, we also remember the ultimate sacrifice of so many of your companions who have given their lives during the liberation of France, which was also the beginning of the liberation of Europe. I would like you to remember, to remind what has been the decision of our President of the Republic to, on the 70th anniversary of D-Day in 2014 already, to have a special promotion in the Order of the Legion d'Honneur, which was exceptionally decided to honor all the veterans who served in the Allied force during World War II, and particularly those who contributed and were part of the landing. Now I will let Alain Sibiril remind all your services.
Victor Leonard Holloway, you served as a major in the Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers, better known as REME. Your role was to maintain and repair all machinery, vehicles and equipment. You were attached to the 146th Brigade. In June 1944, you landed in Normandy on Gold Beach on D-Day +2. You were immediately involved in the encirclement of Caen in Normandy, where you saw terrible destruction and the closing of the Falaise pocket. The 49th Division then divided to taking Le Havre as part of the Canadian Corps. Your route of fighting then took you to Brussels, Arnhem, and Westphalia, across many rivers and past the Morne Dam, which was bombed by the British dam busters with bouncing bombs. I think we've all seen the film. And you also saw the Buchenwald concentration camp just after it was liberated. Victor Leonard Holloway, you contributed valiantly to the liberations of France from Nazi occupation. And if you wish, after this presentation, I would like to hear some of your memories, if you can. Now I'll hand over to Madame Cartelevert, Consul General, to present the medal. It is Madame Levert's duty to deliver the official declarations in French. However, we'll translate it for you if really necessary, but I don't think it will be necessary.
Monsieur Victor Leonard Holloway, au nom du Président de la République et en vertu des pouvoirs qui nous sont conférés, nous vous faisons chevalier dans l'ordre de la Légion d'honneur.
Thank you very much.
Would Mr. Holloway like to say a few words, Mrs. Simpson?
I would just like to say that my father was delighted when he discovered that he was going to be able to receive this medal from you. He was very pleased.
Thank you. Well done. And that concludes the ceremony.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You have to come and photograph.